Hi, my name is Pat Maher with AZEK Building Products. Today we're going to be showing you installation and construction of premier and trademark railing. Included in each 6 and 8 foot kit is everything you'll need to build a section. You have your balusters, your master hardware pack, which will have your brackets and all the hardware, retainer, bottom rail, and your top rail. Other items which are not included would include a 4x4 or 6x6 post sleeve, several cap options, island cap, pyramid cap, ball cap, and your post skirts, which are available in 1-piece and 2-piece. Once post sleeves are placed in place, you measure your distance between post sleeves. Taking that distance, you'll measure half the distance from the center of your retainer rail to the end of the rail in both directions and make your cuts on the end. It's important at this step to make sure your distance is equal from the center of the rail so that the spacing on the balusters is the same on both ends, giving proper spacing. You'll repeat that on your bottom rail after you do the retainer rail. Our next step is to install the bracket hardware and bracket retainers that will go on the retainer rail and the bottom rail. In the kit, you'll have your standard brackets as well as retainer hardware and set screw. First step is to take your bracket, place it into the rail, setting it back about a 1/16 of an inch off the end, marking the holes in the bracket. After that, you'll want to pre-drill the holes using a 3/16 bit. Being careful on the bottom rail to only go through one wall and not through the entire rail. Then switch to a 3/8 bit and make the holes wider. Once the holes are in place, you'll take your retainer hardware. In each kit, we supply you with an Allen key. Little tip is to cut the end off the Allen key so that the key can fit into your drill. Use this Allen key to put the retainer hardware into the hole, just snug. Once that's in place, you can put your bracket back over the hole and set your screws. You'll repeat this process on both ends, on both the bottom rail and the retainer rail. Okay. Next, I'm going to show you how to build your ladder section using your balusters, starting with your retainer rail and using the shorter screws supplied. Starting with the retainer and the shorter screws, feed the screw through the retainer, lining it up with the screw chase in the baluster. And just let the screw pull the baluster into the retainer. It's important at this step to make sure your drill is on a high torque, low speed setting. Once all the balusters are installed onto the bottom or onto the retainer rail, flip the section upside down, place your bottom rail onto the balusters, making sure the flat side is facing the balusters. Using the long screws provided, you'll place them through the hole in the bottom of the rail, matching them up with the chaseway in the baluster. Leaving them loose, just hand tighten, until you've gone down the whole section and installed all the screws loosely. Once they're all in, you can pop the rail down tight, come back, tighten down your bottom rail. Included in each kit is a squash block or center support which will be mounted onto the bottom of the rail at this point. We have a mounting plate, which will be screwed onto the bottom of this block using one of the short screws provided in the bag. And then 2 self-tapping screws, which are also provided, will screw it into the bottom rail. Center of the block. Once your ladder section is complete, you'll slide your top rail on from the end. Top rail will only slide on, it will not snap on over the top. This is designed as a safety feature so that the top rail will not break away if somebody were to fall against the rail. Next we'll install the brackets, the section into the post using the brackets. Next we're going to pre-drill the holes for the brackets. With the section in place, we're going to mark the holes with a pencil through the holes in the bracket. We're going to remove the section and pre-drill, put the section back in place, and finish off with the screws provided. It's important to drill a pilot hole using a 3/16 bit to avoid cracking the post sleeves when you drive the screws in. Finish off with post caps and skirts. AZEK Rail, as well as all AZEK products, can be found at dealers throughout the country just by clicking on the dealer locator on this website.